My name is Blair Adams, and in a few days, I will be dead. When the police find my body, they won't understand what happened. Money will be scattered around me, jewelry, keys, things that should have disappeared if someone had robbed me. But they'll still be there. And that's only the beginning of the mystery. Because the truth is, in the weeks before I died, I was trying to run. Not from a place, not from a life, but from someone. Or at least I thought I was. I wish I could point to a specific moment and say, there, that's where it all began. But it doesn't work like that. At first, it was just a feeling, an uneasy feeling that refused to leave me alone. As if something wasn't right. As if someone was watching me when I wasn't looking. I tried to ignore it. I told myself I was stressed, that I was overreacting. But the more I tried to convince myself, the stronger the feeling became. I started noticing things. A car that seemed to appear in different places. Faces that looked familiar even though I'd never met them. People staring just a little too long. Maybe it was all a coincidence. Maybe it wasn't. All I know is that it started to feel real. So real that it became impossible to think about anything else. The nights were the worst. When the city fell silent and rain tapped against the windows. When darkness filled the rooms and every small sound made me react. I slept less. I thought more. And the more I thought, the more afraid I became. I started checking locks more than once, looking over my shoulder, studying the people around me, as if I was trying to find someone before they found me. The problem was, I didn't know who I was looking for. I only knew that I felt hunted. No one else seemed to understand. Whenever I tried to explain it, the words sounded wrong the moment they left my mouth. How do you explain a feeling? How do you prove a threat you can't even see? Eventually, I stopped trying. Instead, I started preparing. I withdrew money from the bank. More than usual, I gathered the things that mattered most, and I made a decision. I was going to leave everything behind. It rained that night. I still remember the sound of the windshield wipers fighting against the water. Back and forth, like a clock counting down. Behind me, the city lights faded away. Ahead of me, there was only the road. Dark, endless, silent. I drove through the night as the landscape changed outside my window. Forests, highways, small towns, gas stations glowing beneath lonely neon signs. And everywhere I went, I felt the same thing. That someone could be out there. That someone might be closer than I realized. Every time a car appeared behind me, I checked the rearview mirror. Every time someone walked past me in a parking lot, I tensed up. I started living like an animal waiting for a predator. Never relaxed, never safe. The days passed. I kept moving, but the fear never left me. If anything, it grew. By the time I reached Tennessee, I was exhausted. Not just physically, mentally. Looking back now, it feels strange, as if part of me already knew something was coming. As if I'd been running for so long that I could no longer tell whether I was escaping something real or my own thoughts. On the final evening, dark clouds hung low over the sky. The air felt heavy, almost electric, like a storm waiting to break. The lights cast long shadows across the empty pavement. I remember standing there, staring into the darkness, listening, waiting. And for the first time, I asked myself the question I'd been avoiding all along. What if I'm wrong? What if no one is following me? What if it's all in my head? But almost immediately, another thought followed. One that frightened me even more. What if I'm right? What if someone really is out there? Somewhere in the darkness, just beyond the reach of the light. Someone waiting for me to stop. Someone waiting for me to make a mistake. A few hours later, my life would be over. But the questions would live on. Was I really being hunted? Was I paranoid? Or is the truth still hidden somewhere along those rain-soaked roads that led me here? No one has ever been able to answer that question, and maybe that's why people are still talking about me today.